Hello, nieces and nieces. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance, whether it's body or home. And today we're here to talk fragrances, you guys. So we are a little behind, but we're going to catch up. So we're going to get a 2-for-1. And I'm going to give you my fragrances and or combinations that I wore the week of May 19th and the week of May 26th. So if you're interested in hearing all about it, please stay tuned. All right, you guys. So I've been missing about 9 days, 9 or 10 days. And if you have not checked out my Bath and Body Works haul, please click the card above because I did do a haul on yesterday. So if you're interested in seeing what I purchased, go ahead and click the video. However, I've been away and it's because I've gotten laryngitis again, you guys. So I'm better now. I went to the doctor, got a shot, but this time my doctor said it's time to go to a specialist. So I will be going to a specialist, and hopefully I'll get this situation rectified. But it comes from a post-nasal drip, and I've had laryngitis. This past time was the 4th time that I've had it within the last 6 months. But I do feel good. I feel better. So we're going to get right into the content. So starting the week of May the 19th, and this was a week that I did not do a lot of combinations. I really challenged myself to just kind of like wear the fragrance and think about the fragrance, because I really need to start giving you guys more dedicated reviews. And I don't do it because I'm really unsure about how I feel about a lot of fragrances in isolation, because I do a lot of combining and mixing. So I really kind of like focused on that the week of the 19th and a little bit the week of the 26th. So starting Sunday, the week of the 19th, it was just a laid back type of day. And I went in with the Vanille Extreme. This is the Comptoir Sous Pacifica. And I always say to you guys, beautiful fragrances, but they're toilettes and they last, in my opinion, like body sprays. But this is a milky type of vanilla, and it is so good and sugary. Really nice vanilla, but I doubt if I would ever purchase from this particular house again, because to me it's just a very expensive fine fragrance mist, in my opinion. So that was my fragrance for Sunday. Now moving on into Monday, I was really excited to wear this because it was something that I had received for a recent gift, and I was so excited about it. I actually requested this fragrance. I thought that I was going to be getting the fragrance that was released before this one, but I'm glad that I went to the store and I played around with it and I sampled it. And of course, my SA, she always takes really good care of me, and she gave me a decant of it, and I'm like, I got to get this one first. So the fragrance that I wore on Monday is from the House of Creed, and this is their latest fragrance, Queen of Silk. You guys, now Carmina is doing her thing, but Queen of Silk, oh my God, this is so sexy. It, to me, this fragrance, it exudes what this color says to me. It personifies royalty as well as just elegance and a little sex appeal. It is so beautiful. It has some notes of saffron. It has this passion fruit note that you can smell. It's not overly fruity, but it has this underlying passion fruit note, along with some oud and Madagascar vanilla in the base. This is so good. So if you have not had an opportunity to sample this, I do recommend sampling it. I like them both, but I said, okay, we're going to put Carmina on the back burner for now. And this was gifted to me as a Mother's Day present, and I am so excited about it. So again, my fragrance for Monday was Queen of Silk from Creed. All right, so moving on into Tuesday, this little fragrance right here has really blown my mind. Now, you guys know when Vallejo first came out, it came out like in February. I can vividly remember it, but I did not purchase it then. My SA, I got to give her a shout out. She did give me a decan of it to satisfy me, and I waited a couple months until it started getting much warmer, and I did purchase the fragrance. Totally enjoy it. It's a hit for my husband and myself because he mixes it with some of his colognes, and it's just really that fragrance. So I had been seeing this little buzz around, and I first saw Fumi, and she talked about how this was a very beautiful dupe fragrance for Valaya, and it was actually a little prettier, you know, not to downplay Valaya, but it had more of like a softness to it. So and I do agree with her. Those are not her exact words, but it was along those lines, and I do agree with her. And this is a dupe for Valaya, and it's from Afnan, and it is Mystique Bouquet. And as you can see, I have really been wearing this. It's long lasting. It's beautiful. You still get that Akigali wood note in there. It is absolutely beautiful. You do get the peach note in the opening, and it's beautiful. I do think that it has a very similar fragrance DNA profile as Valaya. It does smell a lot like Valaya, a lot like it. So if you were interested in Valaya and you did not want to pay that price, I would definitely recommend this. This is a good dupe to just get a feel of the fragrance. And I also purchased it because, like I said, my husband really enjoys the fragrance, so I need to put this in front of him so he won't use up all of the Valaya, because it's much easier to purchase this than it is the Valaya. So that's my fragrance for Tuesday. Again, this is Mystique Bouquet by Afnan, and I think that's an Arabian brand. All right, moving on into Wednesday. Wednesday, I did do a combination fragrance because I was just in the mood for these two fragrances, and I couldn't quite decide which one I wanted to wear, but I ended up mixing them. So what I did first, I went in with my Windflowers from Creed. This is a beautiful fragrance, you guys. This is one of those extremely unique fragrances, and it's also one of those fragrances that my husband will like to mix with his fragrances. Although it's like a floral, pretty fragrance, but there is a little masculinity to this. This praline note in here, you can pick up the sweetness in this. It is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorites from the House of Creed. All right, so in combination with Windflowers, I went in with the original Mon Guerlain by Guerlain, and this is a vanilla lavender floral, just pretty girl fragrance. I told you I was inspired to purchase this by Jeremy because he said this is the signature wifey scent, and I was in that type of mood. And mixing this with Windflowers, it was very beautiful on that day, and I just kept getting whiffs of it, and I'm like, I really smell good. I smell elegant, I smell lady, but at the same time I smell like a strong lady, if you get that, because there is a little, just a little underlying masculinity in that Windflowers, and I don't know what the fragrance notes is that I pick up in this Windflower that gives it that subtle masculinity. But I really enjoyed the two of these together on Wednesday. And this is Chelsea Nights. This is a beautiful fragrance, and you know that I am a Bond girl. This is one of those fragrances that is definitely unisex. It does put you in the mind of nighttime fun, like date night. It has fragrance notes of cacao, saffron, suede, patchouli, and it has some myrrh. This is a sexy, sexy fragrance. I wore this on a warmer day. I was vibing with it. I really enjoyed it. I've worn it. The sample I had, I think it was cool when I got that sample. I've worn it then, but like I say, you wear what you desire to wear when you desire to wear it. So really enjoyed it. So again, Thursday I wore Chelsea Nights by Bun Number 9. Moving on into Friday, couldn't get enough of it. I wore it again, Mystique Bouquet. This is a really nice fragrance, you guys. Wore it again, so that was my fragrance for Friday. And moving on into Saturday, with all the things that was going on in the media about a fan fave, Nicki Minaj. I just decided to pull her out and wear this. And this is the original Pink Friday, and it has notes of starfruit, blackberry. It has a pear and a musky note in it, and it is absolutely nice. This is a really nice fragrance, you guys, and I really enjoyed it. So those were my fragrances for the week of May 19th. So let's move on into the next week, which started the week May 26th. And this was the day before Memorial Day, and hubby and I had already decided that we would be grilling out Sunday instead of Monday. And so since we were going to be grilling out and hanging out on the back, I was like, okay, the smoke from the grill is going to dominate anything I possibly put on. But I went ahead and I wore a lavender combination, you know, just to kind of repel the mosquitoes. So I went in with these two moisturizers. This is the lavender and vanilla body oil and body lotion from the aromatherapy line with Bath and Body Works, and I sprayed the lavender body mist. This has fragrance notes of lavender, jasmine, and vanilla. This is a pretty powerful little fine fragrance mist, you guys. If you just drench yourself in this and you spray your clothes, spray your hair, spray everywhere, this will give you about 4 hours of performance, especially if you're layering it with like a vanilla based body cream. So that was my fragrance for Sunday. Now moving on into Monday, it was a real relaxed day. I really enjoyed this day because husband and I, we just spent the entire day inside. We went nowhere that day. We watched some movies, we ate leftover grill foods, and we just had a good time with one another. But I wore this father figure and I'm out of it. I am contemplating getting a full-size bottle because I think this is the only fragrance that I had in my collection that had a fig note, and it is really nice that I can recall. But this is a really nice musky fragrance with that fig note, so I really enjoyed this. So that was my fragrance for Monday. Now moving on into Tuesday, I started off with the Diamond of the Season. This is from the Bridgerton collection at Bath and Body Works. It has fragrance notes of sparkling peach, spring daffodil, radiant jasmine. This is a beautiful fragrance. I like it just the way that I have it. I was not interested in getting it in the fine fragrance mist. I don't know why, but I really like this lotion, and what I did was I combined it with a peach fine fragrance mist that I already had in my collection. All right, so the fine fragrance mist that I use is the Peach Prosecco Macaroon, and it has fragrance notes of peach Prosecco, vanilla cream, and macaroon cookie. So those were my body care items, and the fragrance that I used on Tuesday in combination with those items was the light blue Summer Vibes by Dolce and Gabbana, and it was really nice, you guys. This is one of those musky type of fruity fragrances, and it's nice. It's nice. The only thing about this is not as long lasting as I would like it to be, so it's definitely important that you layer it or you mix it with other fragrances. Okay, so moving on into Wednesday that week, I share with you guys, I do share the hygiene products or the body care products when I feel that it contributed a lot to my fragrance or my smell for that day. And this right here always contributes whenever I pair this, or this is my body care product for that particular day. I started with the Saltair, and this is the Santal Bloom. This is sandalwood and white florals, and it is so good. So good that I need to order a backup of the oil. As you can see, this is, so I also use the deodorant with the products as well. So I definitely need to get backups of these items. This is good, you guys. If you can get in Target and they have it and sample it, even if you have to sample the body wash, because my Target's never carried the oil, sample it. It is good. Really enjoy this Saltair Santal Bloom. So the fragrances that I wore with those body care items is the Ingenious Ginger by Goldfield and Banks. This is a sandalwood based fragrance, but it has a very high ginger note in it. This fragrance, to me, you guys, this is really a fall transitional fragrance in my opinion. I did wear it and I did enjoy it, but I had to add the Sunset Hour with it to balance it out, because the spiciness from this ginger, it just really puts me in like a fall mood, and we're in spring. So the Sunset Hour, it did balance it out, and I have fallen in so much like love with this. This is full bottle worthy, you guys. It has like this desert peach note. It has this cashmere note in it. This is so good. This is good, you guys. So that was my fragrance combination for Wednesday. Now moving on into Thursday. I was trying to match my fragrance with the vibe that I was feeling. I had on like my baggy cargo jeans, and I had like a striped top on, and I just wanted the perfect fragrance to go with it. And I used the Apollonia by Xerjoff. This is white florals and musk, you guys, and it is absolutely beautiful. But I wanted to add just a little sweetness to it, so I added just a little of the Delina exclusive in the post points, and this was absolutely beautiful together. So this was my fragrance combination for Thursday. Now moving on into Friday, after being in the social media world, and I was influenced by LavishlyChiChi. She's here on YouTube as well as Instagram, and she shared this combination, and I was like, I can't wait to try it, and I did, and it is good. So the fragrance combination is from the House of K.I.Lee, and this is the latest, the Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. This is a sweet bubblegummy vanilla cotton candy, super girly type of fragrance, paired with the Musk 12. Musk 12 is a skin fragrance, so whenever you're pairing something with another fragrance that's more dominating, this is going to have to be your base, in my opinion, as well as applying some on top of the more dominating fragrance. And this was a very beautiful fragrance. Really enjoyed the combination. So again, that was my combination for Friday. Now moving on into Saturday, you guys, as I mentioned earlier, I am in a serious love like with this Goldfield and Banks Sunset Hour, you guys. When I started using this the other day, it was full. I got this as a gift with another purchase. This is like a 10 ml travel size, but it's definitely full bottle worthy, and it is a summer spring goodie. So I started off with the Tropidelics from Bath and Body Works. This is a passion. I don't even think it's any fruit in this, but it has notes like ylang and like a passion flower. But this is a very beautiful floral, and this is more like an exotic floral fragrance, just not your common rose or gardenia. But this is absolutely beautiful, and it paired so well with the Sunset Hour. So that was my fragrance combination for Saturday, you guys. So those were my fragrances and or fragrance combinations over the last 2 weeks, you guys. I am back. I'm ready. Hopefully I can get on a more consistent stretch, as I always promise, but life happens, you guys, so just bear with me. I greatly appreciate your support every time you come, and even those who reach out to me when I haven't uploaded a video, they'll hit me in my DM just to say, are you okay? I've been missing you. That means a lot to me, you guys. It really does, and it just gives me the motivation to just keep going. So I want to thank you so very much. You are greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.